Hi, in this video I'm going to solve this super nice limit that I have in yellow, which is the limit when x approaches to 0 of tangent of 6 times x over sine of 2 times x. In order to solve it out, I'm going to use this identity which we used in the previous video, and I'm adding up a couple of two identities. This one is the second, which is the limit of theta when theta, the limit when theta approaches to 0 of theta over sine of theta. I'm just, well, so you see, I'm just flipping over, shaking a bit the first definition, and in both cases just the thing is they're equal to 1, just like the previous video. So you can use either way, these two, just keep that in mind. And I'm also adding here the tangent of theta, which is equal to sine over cosine of theta. Well, we're going to start out by using this one. I'm going to continue and actually start solving this out. So this will be the limit when x approaches to 0, and I'm going to start out by splitting these two terms. The first one, I'm going to write it here, the tangent of 6 times x over 1 times 1 over sine of 2 times x. Now I'm using this splitting method just for being more ordered, and so you can see clearly what I'm doing. Let's see, I'm going to continue with the limit when x approaches to 0. Now, instead of writing the sine of 6 times x, I'm going to use this identity. So it would be this sine of 6 times x over cosine of 6 times x, will be times 1 over sine of 2 times x. Now I'm going to split these two just like the previous step. So we'll be getting to the limit when x approaches to 0 of sine of 6 times x over 1 times 1 over cosine of 6 times x, and the rest remains the same, 1 over sine of 2 times x. Now, this is a bit messy here, but I think it just works fine. So I'm going to start out by doing something very similar to what we did on the previous example, and I'm actually going to write, instead of this one, it was dividing the sine of 6 times theta, I'm going to add up a super nice 6 times x in here, but I cannot just add up this one just by itself, so I'm going to place it outside as well, multiplying like this, 6 times x over 1. Now I'm going to do pretty much the same thing with this. I'm actually going to redraw this line because it's too ugly. So like this, I think it's better. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but with this sine of 2 times x. I'm going to add up a 2 times x over here in order to comply with this with the identity. In this case, in here, I'm complying with this one, and in this first term, I'm complying with this one. So now I'm going to add up add outside on the right of this big multiplication a 1 over 2 times x. Just to be clear, it's just like if I would be multiplying by 1, so it's just fine. Now before continuing here, I could simplify this out. I could simplify this x with this one here, and I can get this half of 2 will be 1, half of 6 will be 3. So well, this number 3, I'm going to place it at the beginning of the expression. I'm going to try to do it as clearly as possible. Limit when x approaches to 0 of, I'm going to actually copy this out just to make it a bit quicker. This, let's see, that's nice enough. Okay, so now we know that this part of the limit would be equal to a 1. I'm going to use this one framing. This part of the limit will be as well equal to 1. And now this part, the one in the middle, could be a bit tricky, but I'm pretty sure you should remember from your previous courses that the cosine of 0 will just equal to 1. So at the end we'll get to the expression will be equal to 3. This 3 comes from this one, will be times this term, which is in here, will be equal to 1. Now this term as well will be equal to 1, so it will be 3 times 1 times 1, and this one, the third one, as well will be equal to 1, so it will be 3 times 1 times 1 times 1. I'm just going to locate this one comes from here, and the third one comes from over here. The one in the middle comes from here, the other term. So at the end we got this super nice limit. It's equal to super nice number 3.